I'm Brownfield Commodity Market Reporter John Perkins with the closing market minute for Wednesday, April 16th. Soybeans ended the session higher, seeing some spillover support from a higher move in soybean meal, along with some influence from the higher trade in crude oil and another drop in the dollar index during Wednesday's session. Past that, beans continue to keep an eye on early U.S. planting activity, late harvest activity in Brazil, and some near-term harvest delays on tap for parts of Argentina due to heavy rainfall. Corn ended the session higher, also seeing support from that decline in the dollar and the higher move in crude oil, while watching the U.S. planting pace with some delays expected late this week into early next week, especially in parts of the eastern Midwest, some of which are already very wet. And wheat was higher. The U.S. dollar index was down during the session, and global supplies have gotten tighter. That could boost demand for U.S. wheat on the global market. Remains to be seen, though. Wheat's also watching the weather, with some much-needed rain expected to fall in parts of the plains. But again, there are concerns about the already excessively wet areas of the eastern Midwest that are also expected to see some heavy rainfall. Live and feeder cattle were higher, waiting for widespread direct cash cattle business and Thursday's USDA cattle on feed numbers. Placements are going to be watched very closely in that cattle on feed report, with most analysts expecting at least some year-to-year increase. As far as the direct cash markets, they remained fairly quiet. Asking prices were around $208 to $210 on the live basis, with a few dressed bids at $328. And hogs were higher. Cash business was steady to higher during the session, and the pork carcass cutout value was up at midday on Wednesday. With the closing market minute for Wednesday, April 16th, I'm Brownfield Commodity Market Reporter John Perkins.